we'll now have Trevor Boyd, who was our Braille specialist for many years, and talk about supporting the Mountbatten and how he's handing the baton over to some of the rest of us on the team here at Quantum. So, welcome, Trevor.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation. Yeah, look, I think one of the key things with the Mountbatten, I think it always pays to remember that the Mountbatten is a developing tool, and it always has been. And one of the crucial things with that is just to look at this tool that does quite a lot in terms of what it can do, and work out what's appropriate. And one of the key things I found with supporting it was just visiting the schools, sitting down with the VTs and the aides and the students often, and just working out, you know, what is this need that they would have right now? Is it early intervention? Is it learning the Braille? Is it Braille production? Is it, you know, the daily notes? All those sorts of things. One of the key things I found was that to do with a statewide visiting REIS, statewide school basically, that had all the VTs that were out there supporting kids. We used to run basically training sessions 2 or 3 times a year. The VTs used to come in, a lot of the aides used to come in, and they were great sessions, they really were. One of the things that fascinated me was one time we did this sort of survey at the end and said, what would you like the Mountbatten to do differently? What's the story? What would you like? What's something new it could do? And we came up with 11 good points of, you know, changes. And one of the fantastic things was to go back to our software guys, because it was all in-house at this stage. And I think the next year when we ran a similar training thing, they'd actually implemented 10 of the 11 suggestions, if you like, the processes. So I think there was a really good feeling about the Mountbattens. And I know at one stage, I'm not sure, I was told that every Braille using student in a public school was using a Mountbatten in their basically academic life, either early interventions or Braille production in high school, all of these sorts of things. So basically, to summarise, if you want to look after the people and make sure they're supported well, the training sessions, I think that's far easier now with Zooms, and you can actually sort out a lot of issues very quickly and immediately just with a good, with the technology now. We used to have issues with NBN and other sorts of continuity issues, but all that seems to be pretty solved within schools, and that sort of immediate support pays off. I found it worked also very well in WA. I did a lot of support students over there with Rob for quite a while, same with Northern Territory. And I actually had involvement with over in New Zealand with some of their schools, visiting some of their, working with their VTs and training services over there. And again, it's the support has always been very good, I felt, across Quantum for teachers where they just could ring up and get information. The thing that's happened, I think, lately, which has been very good, is with NDIS supporting Mountbattens and things at home with parents. That's been really an enjoyable process. I've had a lot of very positive feedback with that. And I think some of the newer aspects of the Mountbatten really do lend themselves to that early intervention. And I think to some extent fill the gap as well, that you know, parents can be far more involved with what's going on. And it's just been, I got a lot of requests for simple things like the recipes and just daily things around the house so that they can engage with kids with Braille more often and more easily. Yeah, that's about it. I found that the summary is just the supporting has been so critical with this to ensure that people are using it in the right way, basically for the best purpose, and the rest will grow. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Trevor.